Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Bonnie says, good morning. How can I help my 6-year-old son to get more conversational speech? He requests and answers yes or no, but does not engage in conversation. He is functionally verbal.
Right. Very good. And that's what we love to do. And so I would really recommend that you get on skills, because there's no one answer I can give you that helps you here. There's a million different lessons that your child would learn, and then we bring them together. So for example, your child is now functionally communicating with you, but we need to get them to the point where they're tacting or describing things that they see. And then we need to get them to the point where they are doing intraverbals, which is talking about things that are not physically present. And so there's steps to doing all of this. And along the way, we increase the vocabulary. So for instance, right now, he might just have a few verbs and a few nouns. We would need to increase the adjectives and just continue to put them together in sentences that are useful and functional, and that there's not to overwhelm anyone, but for children under the age of 8, there's roughly 4,000 lessons in our curriculum. So I really recommend that you look at both our skills curriculum, which is again skillsforautism.com. And there you will start by answering a lot of questions about your child. And as you answer these questions, we will be able to determine exactly what your child needs. So the program will only kind of give back to you a whole array of program lessons that your child needs, not things that he already has mastered, and not things that are above his age level, just the things that he needs to learn right now. And then the program will kind of guide you, and you will need to select a series of lessons so that you can work on those. You will need to have a technique, and obviously the technique I recommend is ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis. And if you'd like to learn more about ABA, that's our other website, which is the Institute for Behavioral Training, which is ibehavioraltraining.com. And there you will learn everything about how to use the techniques of ABA to actually teach those skills to your child. A conversation is just one of many skills. And it's very doable. So please be encouraged. It's wonderful that he has functional communication. We can definitely help.
And we also had somebody with a 15-year-old wanting recommendations for conversational social skills. And we not only have, there's the availability for all of us to go and look at skills, but there is also Skills Living, which has things that are for older kids as well, although Skills itself has social conversational skills as well. So, but maybe we want to give both of those again, skillsforautism.com, and then there's skillsliving.com that would be very interesting for you to take a look at. Plus, which we have talked a lot about the different steps. I got to say, Dr. Grand-Pichet, that we hear this a lot from people, that their kiddos are speaking, they're functionally communicating, that they're labeling things, that they can say yes or no, but everybody's trying to get to that conversation part. And I want to reiterate what you said, that in skills, it's very easy to see that arc. This whole last week, we've been doing the verbal operants for our jargon of the day. You guys can check those out on the playlist on our YouTube page or on our own channel. Through all of them and talk about them individually and why they and how they build so that you get to the conversation. But I think a lot of times the problem is that there are, oh, my internet is unstable. Sorry. The problem is that there are speech and language pathologists who are teaching labeling. And then there are some really great speech and language pathologists who understand the interverbal, but a lot don't. And this is why I really want to remind everybody why ABA is so important, and not just to take speech. Because with ABA, you get to that conversation. Help me out here, Dr. Granpeesheh, do you agree?
I absolutely agree. And you said it really well, Shannon. I think that, I mean, it's useful to have functional speech, right? To be able to just say what you want, for instance, that's important. But it's a whole different level of useful when you get to conversation. I really think if any of our viewers go on skills and they look in just the social conversation lessons or just the language curriculum as a whole, they will see exactly what you and I are talking about here, because it really has a lot to do with just that. It's very good to have functional speech, but bringing all of it together. You know, conversation, Shannon, I've often said it has a lot to do with perspective taking, being able to see the other person's perspective. It has to do because you have to sort of pause, you have to pay attention to their response level. We have lessons, as you know, that deal with things like, how do I join a conversation when there's a group of kids around me? How do I change the subject? How do I repair the conversation if people look like they're about to walk away? How do I regulate myself so I'm not talking about just the things I like? How do you know? There's a million different aspects to conversation. At the very basic level, it starts by just being able to talk about things that are physically not in front of you, and those are the basic interverbals. And so we have a really good path for conversation, and I do recommend that people should look at that.
And it's amazing when you see it in action. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever said. I always referred to it as the autism miracle in my living room. So I think it's remarkable. And that was what my son had, was exactly what you'll find in the skills curriculum.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.